In this diagram, you can observe a cylinder is placed in uniform electric field. You can observe the radius of the cylinder is r, height is h, and uniform electric field is E, right? Now, the axis of cylinder is inclined angle theta with the vertical. Initially, axis is vertical orientation. Now, we inclined this axis with angle theta at angle theta with the vertical. And let us calculate the flux of electric field entering the cylinder. One observation which is very important, in this question we are asked to find the flux entering the cylinder. We are not asked to find the net flux. For answering the net flux, it is very easy. That will be 0. Why? Because the incoming flux is equal to outgoing flux. That is, number of the lines crossing, that is entering the cylinder, is number of the lines leaving the cylinder. Also, there is no charge inside the cylinder, so net flux should be equal to 0. But we are asked to find the flux entering the cylinder. So let us make the assessment of the flux when cylinder is in vertical orientation. So let us make this diagram again. This cylinder is in vertical orientation. You can observe here electric field lines which are interacting the curved surface here, leaving from this surface right surface, and they will also cross the cross section, vertical cross section of the cylinder. And you know, electric flux is proportional to the number of the electric field lines. So here we can say the number of the electric field lines which are coming toward the curved surface will also cross the vertical cross section of the cylinder. That means the flux magnitude that is entering the cylinder should also be equal to the flux passing through the cross section of the cylinder. So let us make the cross section of the cylinder and let us make this diagram separately like this. So you can observe here cross section is rectangular and this dimension is 2r and height is h, and this area vector of the cross section is in the rightward direction. And here we are interested the flux entering the cylinder, so we will calculate the magnitude only. So here we can make the electric field vector which is parallel with the area vector, and we know the formula for the electric flux in uniform electric field and plane surface. We can write phi equal to E dot A, and A is the area magnitude, and area magnitude you can observe from this diagram that is equal to H multiplied by 2R. So we can write here E multiplied by 2 HR multiplied by cos 0. So this is equal to E 2RH, and finally we can write here 2 ERH. This is the flux associated with the cylinder when it is in vertical orientation. That is, the axis is vertical. We tilted the axis at angle theta. So let us consider this situation in two-dimensional plane. So let us take the front view at the vertical orientation and tilted orientation. So let us make this situation first for the vertical orientation in two-dimensional plane. Now let us make the cylinder in tilted orientation, and we know this angle is theta. And one interesting part of the theory, we learn the number of the electric field lines are proportional to the flux. So let us observe the number of the electric field lines, how they are interacting with the different part of the cylinder. So let us take one observation. If you observe this line is starting from this position and crossing at this position. So we can say the number of the electric field line is starting from this position, and if we come down up to this point, you can say the number of the lines crossing from this position to this position, also crossing from this position to this position. That is, incoming flux from this position to this position is same as the flux associated with this line in two-dimensional plane, and three-dimensional plane we will say surface. So the incoming flux from this position to this position should be same as the flux crossing this inclined surface. Correct? Now we have certain additional lines also. Above this line, you can observe there should also be some electric field line which are interacting from this position to this position. First, let us make this inclined surface. Now, let us consider for this part. Here, you can observe the number of the electric field line which will cross this surface will also cross this part of the surface. In 3 dimensions, this is a semicircular part. So, we can say the number of the electric field line will be same as number of the electric field line crossing here. So, flux associated with this part should be same as the flux associated with this part. Now, let us observe number of the electric field line below this line here. You can observe here the number of electric field lines which are coming from left to right will cross this semicircular part. So, for calculating the total flux, we need to consider the flux associated with this semicircular part, that is a top semicircular part, that is the inclined cross section, that is inclined rectangular section, and this is again the semicircular part. So, now let us make the real diagram. Now, let us make the tilted cylinder again and make the cross section this semicircular part. We know this angle is theta, this semicircular part top and bottom, and here we need to calculate the flux at this orientation and this orientation. So, let us first consider the flux associated with this inclined surface like this, and we know this angle is theta. Let us make the electric field vector and area vector. This is the electric field vector, this is the area vector, and we know this angle will also be theta. Now come to top semicircular. Let us make this semicircle again. We know this is the electric field vector, this is the area vector. Let us investigate the angle between this electric field and area vector. We know the axis of this cylinder is making angle theta with the vertical, and the area vector is parallel with the axis of the cylinder, because area vector should be perpendicular to the surface and this electric field is horizontal. So, we can say if this angle is theta, then this angle should be equal to 90 minus theta. Similarly, for this surface, we can write the same angle and area vector and electric field. This is electric field, area vector, and this is the angle. Now, let us calculate the flux for all three surfaces. The first calculation of the flux through this surface. You know, this electric field is E and this area is H multiplied by 2R. So, we can write here phi 1. Let us define this flux as phi 1, and phi 1 equal to E multiplied by 2RH cos theta. Now, for the top surface, and call this flux as phi 2, and phi 2 should be equal to E multiplied by S, and S is the area of the semicircle, that should be equal to pi r square divided by 2. So, here we can write here phi 2 equal to E multiplied by pi r square divided by 2 multiplied by cos 90 minus theta, and you know cos 90 minus theta equal to sin theta. So, this is equal to E multiplied by pi r square divided by 2 multiplied by sin theta. Now, we can observe the magnitude of the flux here and here should be same. You know, the sign of the flux should be different, because for this surface flux is outgoing and for this surface flux is incoming. But we are calculating the flux entering the cylinder. So, we are interested to calculate the magnitude of the flux. So, here for this surface, that is again semicircle surface, we can write phi 3 equal to same relation, that is E multiplied by pi r square divided by 2 cos 90 minus theta, and this is again equal to E pi r square divided by 2 multiplied by sin theta. Now, if we add this flux phi 1 plus phi 2 plus phi 3, we will get the total flux entering the cylinder. So, now one thing we can do, we can make this diagram again and write phi equal to phi total equal to phi 1 plus phi 2 plus phi 3. And phi 1 equal to this one, E multiplied by 2 RH cos theta, phi 2 equal to E multiplied by pi r square divided by 2 sin theta, and again phi 3 equal to same value. Let us rearrange this relation and write here 2 E RH cos theta plus E multiplied by pi r square sin theta. Now here we can take E and R as common. So this relation will become E r 2h cos theta plus pi r sin theta. And this is the total flux entering the cylinder. It is not total net flux associated with the cylinder. This is the flux entering the cylinder.
Dear aspirants, Cengage India has launched the new edition of our JEE Advanced Physics books. Please visit www.cengage.co.in to buy a copy. You can also buy the books from Amazon or Flipkart.